Hi guys! So in this video, I am at my house. I'm here on the porch with Mr. Bronco. Where are you, buddy? There he is. And I am having a lot of fun right now, and I'm getting very dirty, and I thought I would bring you into this moment to show you what I'm working on, and I thought we could do a little bit of gardening together. So, first thing, I'm using my new gardening bag. I want to give a big thanks to Rosemary. She gifted this to me when we were at the meet and greet when I was in New Jersey, and I am putting these tools to very good use right now. I am getting ready to, I am getting ready to, oh, you guys want to, okay, wait till a few more people get on, and then we're going to go visit the puppies also. All right, I'm getting ready to transplant some of these babies. I've been growing my very first seeds from starts. I know that doesn't sound like a big idea or a big deal for a lot of you out there, but it's a pretty big deal for me because I've never grown my own food, my own plants before. So all right, so I have, let me show you what I got going on here. I have, oh, do we hear some puppies? Let's, so first let me show you what I've got going on, then we'll go check on the puppies down there, because why not? So I just did this one. This is my Ruda plant. This is one of my favorite kinds of medicine locally here in Guatemala, Lake Atitlan. So here we have some different samples of soil, and I'm going to be mixing them together, and I'll tell you why. This one is just this like really heavy clay rich soil that I got from the garden. You can tell it's clay rich because I squeeze it and it turns into a little turd. This one I got from a bag, and I think this was like an old compost. And then this one is more like a pumice sand. And so the reason why I want this one, I'm going to combine them, because this one straight from the earth is, the water really retains and doesn't drain so well. So I'm going to be adding this one to make it, yeah, just to breathe a little bit more, so the water will drain out. And then here are my little baby starts that we're going to be putting in. Hi, babies. Got some calendula. Maybe you recognize that red chard over there. Got some other little flowers. Got some basil. So here, without further ado, let's go check on the puppies. So these puppies are these puppies are well. These puppies are well. You got Mama chilling. Yeah, Sally, exactly. I'm gonna mix them together. That's the idea. Oh, cool, Joe. Joe says I sing beautifully. So also, I'm also coming off a really, really lovely high. I guess you could say a natural high from singing at Kirtan at Korea today. I don't know if you saw the video, but for the first time, I actually helped co-lead a Kirtan, which is amazing because I'm just a new little baby in my singing journey, and yet I've been practicing my ukulele, I've been practicing my songs, and then today I got to, because Luke wasn't there, normally he's sort of like the pillar, the leader of the gang, and so today I stepped up and I took a leadership role, and it was great. And afterwards, people came up to me and they told me what a great job I did, how much fun they had, and how people were proud of me, and it was like, wow. And I was proud of me, and I had so much fun, and my heart is just like, wow. So that video is there, posted for this one. So let's go see the puppies. Oh, there's the kid. That's the one. Oh my god, this is the one. Off the Wi-Fi, because sometimes as soon as I step out of the house, the Wi-Fi cuts out. So there's Violet. Hi, Violet. And you see she's got her little sausage roll fat puppies on her boobs. I'm keeping Violet very well fed, and yeah, Violet's a very lucky dog. In fact, when I was at Karuna afterwards, I was sitting eating a tamale, and this really, really skinny mother dog, she had the boobs, but she was like skin and bones, and she was out scavenging for food. You know, she was out looking for food, and you know, God knows where she left her puppies. So Violet is having a very, very lucky time as a new mother, because she doesn't have to go out and scavenge for food. She gets food brought straight to her, and plenty of it. So she has fat, healthy puppies, and that little blonde one, that's the one that's always on the move, and sometimes it tumbles out of the house, and Violet lets me pick her up and put him back in. I think it's a him, actually. So yeah, so the puppies are doing really, really well. And their eyes have just opened up. They're crawling. They're making mischief. Yeah, look at that. Hi, little puppies. Hi, little puppies. Are you guys having fun? So I'm gonna do my best to find homes for these dogs. It's hard to find homes for dogs here because there's just so many dogs. The advantage these puppies have is that they're fat, healthy gringo puppies. Now they're gringo puppies because they come from a gringo, and people typically they want gringo puppies more than just any average street dog, typically because they're healthier and they're just less normal puppies. They get mange, they get really messed up very quickly. Most of them don't survive. So these puppies are having a great time. Oh, hi, Rosemary. Rosemary, I don't know if you saw at the beginning of the video, but I'm using that wonderful garden bag that you gifted me. So we're going to go up there in a second when we're done looking at puppies. I know, they're so stinking cute. The little blonde one. Yeah, Violet's very lucky. She found a safe, clean place to have her puppies, sheltered from the rain, with me coming down every morning and evening to give her food. I told you, maybe you heard the other day, I heard a story about a woman who found some puppies and they were just like rolling down a hill and they were covered in ants, and the mama was like skin and bones, like very, very skinny, not healthy. So these puppies are doing great. That's the one. Yeah, so they're doing really well. So, you know, as time goes on, you know, I'm gonna do what I can. I'm sure we're gonna do what we can for these puppies, getting them the treatment that they need. You know, right now they're too little, so at some point I'll have the vet Pablo come and do a visit. But it's a little challenging because she's still a street dog. She's not a domesticated dog who, like, okay, once I booped her hand as I was feeding her, which even that was like, what are you doing? So it's not like I can go in there, and I can go in there a little bit and like put the puppy back, like she trusts me enough, but it would definitely be a big stretch if and when the vet comes. So anyways, okay, so here's the fun we're having. We're having fun and we're getting dirty. Mr. Bronco, hi buddy. Come up here. Oh, cool. Oh, Terry, thanks, honey. I look forward to bringing you guys these videos. Let me just get this battery out of my pants. Oh, nice, Julia. You love the poetry book by Luke. The Upwards We Still Climb. You got a copy? Amazing. It's such a. Oh, let's go grab it and maybe we can read a poem from it. Here we go. I got a copy here. So I know, Rosemary, thank you so much. So I'm even using the little thing here. So, oh, hi, Bob. Thanks for the stars, honey. I appreciate you. I see you. I appreciate you. Oh, so with this new phone that I got, it's better than the old phone in so many ways. One of them is it has this thing where now I see when there's a star party, and then also I can see who sent stars. Like I can pull up a little thing, and so typically at the end of the video I'll go back and I'll check it out and I'll just see everyone's names. I just want to say thank you so much. The stars really mean a lot to me. And if you can't send stars, don't worry about it. It's totally cool. I still love you and you're so welcome here. So right now, first thing, I popped out the holes in the bottom. This is important because you want your soil to be able to drain. You don't want... Thank you. You want you don't want your plants to have wet feet, as they say. So what I'm doing today is I'm mixing 3 different soil types from the garden so I can get the proper combination of... let's just put that right there. The proper combination of nutrients to feed the plants, but also I want to have the ability to retain water, which is what the clay does, but then also the ability to move the water, which is what the sand and the pumice does. So I have most of this clay soil straight from the garden. I just like went down and just shoveled earth into a bucket. And then I have less of the pumice sand because that was actually just like some pile of that resource that was available in the garden. And it's funny because when I first moved here, it meant nothing to me, and I saw this and I was like, this inconvenient pile of pumice sand. And then now, after all the courses I've been taking with the gardening and the permaculture and the natural building course, now I see it and I'm like, oh my god, I know what that is, and I know why that's important in my garden. So, and this one was from a nondescript bag of what is probably compost from the last person who rented this house. So we're just gonna mix some of that together. I'm gonna grab some of this sandy stuff. Oh, Sunny, don't worry about it, but thank you. Thanks for the thought. Now I was raking it up and I got a bunch of plants in it. So just boop those out. So get some more of that sandy stuff. Get some more of that clay stuff. Get some more of that compost stuff. Hi guys. I love you so, don't you know? I think of you all day, and I wanna share with you and please you and give you something that'll make you smile. So often I go the extra mile, thinking of you, thinking of what I could do to show you something that would make your heart fill with light, and for you to know that it's alright when you go through the darkest night. You know, I was thinking about different people's content and, you know, the kind of content I make, the kind of content other people make, and, you know, I think there are some people who maybe seem like they have it good all the time, and that's not something I want to pretend, because it's not true. And I want to be able to relate to people who are, struggling to, get through the tough stuff. And how do we change? What's that journey like to go from pain and heartache and suffering and darkness and depression towards, like, starting to take really good care of ourselves and starting to shine and starting to really just exist in the world from a place of joy. Joy is something that we can learn how to choose, you know? My dear friend and teacher, Ananda, I also call her mom and dad, Kobe and Ananda. She has a coaching course called Choose Joy, and I'm thinking I'm going to take it next time she offers it, because that seems like a really great thing. Choose joy. How do we choose joy, especially when the world around us is trying to force its darkness on us? Damn it. Do you ever feel like that? Do you ever feel like, oh, Derek, cool, good question. I'm so glad you asked about the hummingbirds. So, you guys may have, you know that I have an addiction to these hummingbirds. I love them so much. And I have a ton because I have a problem. I've stopped buying them because I was telling you guys how I'm planning on doing my own hummingbird line of custom hummingbirds. I went and picked out the beads, picked out the colors. I'm calling them my angel birds. So the woman Marina, she was gonna do it. She was gonna make them for me the last time I went to the States, when I went to New Jersey, but she had some dude from Alaska come and give her some big order for something, so she couldn't do it at that time. But Marina's coming over on Friday, and I'm going to give her the beads on Friday, so we're going to start that project to make the hummingbirds. Okay, look what I've done. Oh, Derek, thanks for the stars, honey. I appreciate that. Wait, oh gosh. Okay, look. So, now I've made a mixture of all 3 kinds of soil. And so this is essentially my potting mix. So I like to have these little pieces here. This is like a pumice stone. And the reason why is that it's going to allow air and water to move through this soil rather than it just being like, here, I'll show you another one. So here's an example of really clay soil. Look at this. You see, there's like, look at that. It's so hard. There's no air. There's no movement. It's just like this dense, thick brick of clay, really dry, right? And so if I were a little plant trying to push my roots through here, if I was a carrot trying to grow through this would be really, really hard. So So that's that clay mixture. Plug that phone back in, my friend, because the battery just warned me you only have 20% left. It's charging. Yeah, exactly, Lynn. No, there's no organic matter left. So that's something we want to balance. We want to balance the clay because that holds moisture when there's water. It holds form, it holds moisture. We want to balance the organic material because that's the food that the plants need to grow and to right? And then we also want to balance our like sand or like sort of like the particles that sort of just hold space because that's what allows the water and the air to pass through. So we have this one now. Now we're gonna see who wants to be planted here. Who wants to be planted here? Or should we just fill a bunch of pots and then we'll figure out who wants to be planted? What do you think, Mama? What do you think? Hi. What's going on? Oh, yes. Manakashi. Junaka. Manakash. Kabaraka. Ayakash. Nasui. Ayakash. Druk. Akash. Akasi. Ja. She can still be a little bit skittish sometimes. Sometimes she's so cuddly and sweet, and other times she's like scared. Chunakashini. 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 Okay. Okash. Abaraka. Abaraka. Yanash. Ak. Manakash. Isush. Akoshonai. Akoshonai. Obrakai. 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 Ochumunu. Okay. And Bronco's doing really well. He is here on the couch. So Bronco chewed off his stitches. The cone did not contain his mouth. So he chewed off his stitches. So I was like really shocked yesterday. And I sent pictures to the doctor because it's kind of like I sent pictures to Daisy, to the vet, to Carrie, who's my resident vet tech on staff here on the channel. Not really, but kind of. She's my consultant. And I got feedback and advice, and it turns out he's fine. You know what the advice from the vet was to put chamomile tea on it twice a day for 5 days. So I'm using that and something called dragon's blood, which makes me feel like a total wizard badass. I'm treating my dog with dragon's blood. In fact, I used dragon's blood when Stella had her bite from Rumi. So dragon's blood is a resin from a tree that comes from Peru, and it's an incredible medicine to help with healing. It also helps like create like a scab, so it like closes it up. But most of all, it just sounds really cool because it's called dragon's blood. So, is it over here? No, it's probably in the kitchen. So he's doing well. I'm watching it, and it's thankfully not getting infected. So far, so he's doing good. Let me know, guys, when you want to hear a poem from Luke's book, and we will break it out after. Actually, how about after this pot, we'll take a poetry break. How does that sound? Dragon's blood incense, Patricia. Ooh, I haven't heard of that. Have you heard of the medicine though? It comes as this like, and it's like dark red. It's dark red. I mean, it looks like blood. And mine, the one that I have, doesn't do it, but apparently my dad, Kobe, my local dad, not my bio dad, Kobe was telling me that if you take a little and it turns into a paste. So it starts as a liquid and then it turns into a paste. Yeah, look it up. It's cool. There's a breadcrumb for you. Dragon's blood. But really, like, it's a powerful medicine. But really, the best part is that you sound like a total badass. Oh, Violet's on the move. So Violet, she does leave. She does leave the little house, but not to go scavenging for food. She just goes and takes breaks, and she goes She lays in the garden. She has a few spots she really likes. But look, she's not skinny. She's got good weight on her. Yeah, Mandy, like blood, it coagulates. So anyways, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. I like this way rather than just like buying potting soil from Home Depot or whatever. Because here I'm really getting a feel for like what's in my soil, and like, you know, I'm like, it's coming from the earth around me. It's coming from the land. So I feel really, yeah, connected to the land here. Just feels fun. And I love this new chapter of my life where I'm singing songs and you guys know I baked my first bread. I've been baking some awesome bread. I am playing a ukulele. I'm speaking another language. My Spanish skills are getting great. My local friends have been commenting that my Spanish is getting better and better. Taking care of dogs. I'm doing charity projects. I'm nourishing myself. I'm making bone broth. Oh yeah, I was telling you guys in the video earlier today when we were walking to Karuna, maybe you saw. Sarah, do I answer private messages? Sometimes, but not always. It's really kind of like a lottery. A lot of times when I go through the inbox, because there are a lot of people, if I see someone I know that like we've built a relationship with over time, like Virginia, lovely lady, a lot of times I'll answer those messages, but just from the sheer volume of them, I don't. If you really want to get in touch with me, I recommend you try reaching out through my website, or respond when I send my newsletter, and that can also be a way to get in touch with me. I can't guarantee it just from the sheer volume, that I have, but I do my best, and that's enough, you know. So I would say your best bet is to cultivate a connection with me over time, and then you're much more likely to get a response from me rather than someone who I don't know you, I've never heard from you before, we don't have a connection, we don't have much of a relationship. Those people are much less likely to get a response from me. Unlike, someone like Roger, he's been a consistent supporter of charity, he's been a consistent person showing up on videos, commenting, giving love, and it's, you notice these people over time, and it takes time. Time is the ingredient. So, being persistent, being consistent is a key. So yeah, how's that? Cool. Oh, Sarah, you're a silent watcher for over a year. Well, awesome. Well, there you go. Awesome. So if you're a silent watcher and I haven't received much just contact with you, then I'm much less likely to. It's just when I scroll through my inbox, I go, oh, I know that person. Oh, ding. Oh, Goldie. Oh, ding. Oh, it's different. It's like I'm reading this great book called Braiding Sweetgrass. One thing she was talking about is like when we make offerings, when we give gifts, when we give, we're like forming a relationship. So, I also said this when I was an actress back in the day, which was a Wednesday, that, the more you give of yourself, of your time, your energy, your attention, that's how you're going to get noticed by people. That's how you're going to get noticed by casting directors. That's how you're going to get noticed by directors, going on the local groups on Facebook and just like giving love to people, watching people's things, seeing what people comment, giving thoughtful feedback, sharing someone else's fundraiser, like sharing someone else's GoFundMe, because in the film industry, people are always doing GoFundMes, right? So in the acting industry, you have an endless sea of actors who are like, look at me, give me something, give me a role, give to me, I want it, give to me. But there are very few people who are taking the alternative approach, which is, how can I serve you? How can I create value for you, right? So if you make a point of creating value for someone, they're going to notice you, and then they're going to want to reciprocate. So there's my thoughts on that. But it takes time. These things take time. So it's like, if you want to have a transformational result or transformational relationship with someone, don't treat them transactionally. Don't treat them like a vending machine. Not even that. Don't treat them like I don't know. It's like, what's something that you just like come up and you're like, give me something. Give me something, I want it. It's like, who are you? Hi. Okay, we have two. Hi guys. Oh, cool. Oh, Terry, cool. You started watching through Wendy. Nice. I love Wendy. It was great. She was here. I regret we didn't get to spend as much time together. But, you know, she was doing her thing. And she'll be back. Oh! Thank you, Bronco. Thanks for reminding me. We said we were going to read a poem. So, you guys may know Luke. Nice. Great. Oh, cool, Sarah. Yeah. All the players. So you guys may know Luke, a man dear to my heart. Just released this poetry book. He's in India now. Funny, he was on the plane to India and he ended up sitting next to the winner of the documentary from Cannes Film Festival, Cannes, Cannes Film Festival, and he gave him a copy of his book. So I thought that was pretty cool. You never know. Let's see. Bronco's doing great. Bronco's living his best life right there on screen. Yeah, Donna. Again, Donna. We have built a relationship, and it's been slowly over time, right? And now, but we have a really special connection. That's not something you can just microwave. It's a slow burn. Okay, which one? Okay. Let us speculate. Let us speculate about glorious things. May the morning winds carry the aroma of cooking in the kitchen. For the love of life, I have squandered it, but am learning that there is no this, only that, ever abiding, act like it all matters, because nothing lasts. There we go. Okay. Here, this is one of my favorite ones. This is the last one in the book. Life is living. Life is creeping in from the corners and living in closed-off corridors, in the caverns, in the modern and in the dern. Life is living on the ocean floor, in the air and on the trees, and on the bending of bees' knees. Oh, and on the knees of bees, all bending together. So you and me can knit each day with all our stories and yarns, irrespective of where they collide. We came to survive, then demise, trip, and laugh, fluttering into rhythms of a midnight moon, assuming a blue shimmer throughout the room. The sparrows combine and listen for one thing. Is there danger to us? If not, they stay together in song all day long. No need to worry. Not today. Not on National Step in a Puddle and Splash Your Friends Day. Not on National Personal Trainer Awareness Day either. And don't you dare bring that gloom into this room on May 27th when we all come together to celebrate National Great Popsicle Day. Trust me, everything is fine. Because Jesus is on our side. And Batman. And that drunk man at the bus station in Chicago strewing his soul across a violin so we could have a place to hang our shadows to dry. Johnny Appleseed and Joan Baez, they're on our side. We got Bob and Bruce, and Halid and Rumi is chillin' in our casa because he likes our tea and our company. Hafiz and Gibran, well, they're Gibbons. They're on our side. Why not just shrug every time that blackness tries to cloud your eyes? And remember, Allen Ginsberg and T.S. Eliot are on our side. Sylvia and Chaplin too. And those ragged-eared dogs howling on Main Street at midnight would follow us anywhere we carry this song. Bob Marley and Jack Sparrow are not hanging out with the bankers. They're with us. And the forest wants you to win. We got all the good jugglers and unjaded clowns, and we're the ones raising street puppies into fine young dogs. We got Francis de Assisi and Jimi Hendrix and Tom Robbins too. Socrates and Paul Simon would rather be caught with the likes of us than sit and listen to another king pontificate about banning worms from his peaches. Harriet Tubman, the Beatles, poets and pirates and Sufis, Tom Petty, Willie Nelson, Aladdin, Billy Joel, Ferris Bueller, the whole Renaissance movement, the guardians of Pachamama's gifts, the troubadours, trippers, toad smokers, and devotees, Alan Watts, that woman singing in the park and panhandling on the subway, are all on our side. There's a line you cross when you see all of history as handed down to you. There's a way you walk in the world when your feet know they belong. There's a way you walk in the world when your feet know that they belong. A way you breathe when your lungs know that you're worthy. Offer the sky on the altar of the earth and break from the shackles of being some sculpted thing. Throw away your altar of little statues and stones when you see everything lives within you. No, I don't want to do that. I like my altar of little statues and stones. A prayer may guide you, but it might also keep you locked inside when it's only you who can unlatch the dividing door that keeps hoarding your heart from a world full of life. You are life living as well as you can. Live as best you can. Beyond shame, past blame, lives a fully forgiven heart. Past blame lives a fully forgiven heart. Put your life into this art. Life is on your side, so long as you keep her song alive and move your body to her beat. And there you go. So that's The Upwards We Could Still Climb from Luke McGuire Armstrong. Upward Spiraling Poetry. So it's his latest book that he just released, which he wanted to get done before he went to India, and he did it, and then he went to India, which is amazing. Okay, where would you go if you were just to like buy a ticket? If you found like a cheap ticket to a place, maybe aside from Guatemala. Oh, thank you for the snaps. Thank you for the snaps. Thank you for the claps. Where would you go? I want to go to Tibet. I want to go to Italy to see my dad. I want to go to Poland to visit the land of my ancestors. In fact, I'm talking with my mom and my sister about doing a trip to Poland this December, which I think would be really cool. Where would you go? Tell me in the comments. I'm having tooth pain? Oh, it looks swollen. No, that's just my cute little poop. You go to Lake Atitlan, Laura. Yeah, great. Nice. I would too. So glad I came here. Oh, how different my life would have been if I had not heeded the call and let fear take me down and not guide me. If I had let fear guide me, I wouldn't be here. And the reason I'm here is because I accepted an invitation to go to Egypt on a group trip, on a retreat. I went to Egypt on a women's retreat, and because of that, sounds weird, because of that I ended up in Guatemala. So I remember when I was first offered that invitation to go on the retreat, I was like, oh God, can I afford this? Oh God, I don't think I can. Oh God, it was like $5,000. It was the most money anyone had ever asked me for. And I remember having like a little mini heart attack, because that's a lot of money for a group trip. It's a lot of money for a trip, you know. But thank God I faced my fear. I listened to my heart, and my heart was saying yes. And so, you know, when your heart says yes and you decide with your heart to follow your heart, the way will be shown. It always is. Doesn't mean it's easy, but it's there. It's there. That's how it's always been done. Hey girl, hey. Ubud, Lynn! Oh my God, Ubud. Ubud means medicine. And that is a place for healing. Oh my God, I would love to go back to Ubud. I'm gonna go back to Ubud one of these days. I thought I was gonna go back to claim some journals that I had left with a friend, actually from my recovery days. It's such gold. And then turns out her landlord threw them away. Okay. It's an opportunity to let go of my attachments. Yes, I was very attached to those journals and that story from when everything changed and my life transformed, and I was so excited to go back and excavate those books. But that's not what's going to happen. Well, who knows? Maybe there's a miracle and someone will call me and be like, hey, I found these really fascinating books with your name inside. Can you imagine? Ubud is in Bali. Lisa, what would you say you enjoy most from traveling? Expanding my mind. Seeing that there's more to the world than I thought. That there are different ways of living, and what I assumed to be true. What I assumed to be true was actually not. It's just a structure that was built in my mind by my culture, by my family, by religion, by society at large, you know? You know, it's like to get to the point where you realize that what you've been told is not necessarily true, it frees you up. It frees you up to live differently. And that's how I got to where I am today, is that I learned how to live differently. So, ooh, Santorini. Rosemary, that's fun. Okay, we're doing so this might be all we're gonna do today. Just 4 pots of dirt. We got 4 pots of dirt and a great big old mare. Oh, hi, Sandy Carlson. Not Sandy Calhoun. Sandy Carlson. Hi, honey. I see you. Yeah, Lynn, exactly. A much greater appreciation how others live. Much greater appreciation for my blessings. You know, I remember after my travels in India and really seeing what real poverty looked like, really seeing how so much of the world was living, and then I went back and I would see these, like, American teenagers complaining about the dumbest shit, and it was like, wow, you really have no idea how good you have it. You should, I think all young people should get out and travel just so they know how good, you know how good you have it, how privileged you are. You know, if you live in the United States, I don't care what economic group you're in, like, you got privilege, friend. You don't even know, which is why you should go traveling, so you can know how good you have it and how much opportunity you have and how lucky and blessed you are. People say I'm lucky to live this life, and I say, dude, you are lucky to live in the United States. You are lucky to have access to the resources and the things you do. You are lucky. You are lucky. Not me, you. No, I mean, we are lucky together. Yeah, Lucy, travel is the greatest education. That's absolutely, like, if I am to have children, I mean, I want to bring them up out here, but travel is just about the greatest thing you can give a young mind, you know? Ooh, yeah, Linda, Ireland. I really want to go to Ireland. Oh my god. Okay. I'm thinking of going to Nepal in a few weeks. We'll see. Okay, this is looking real good. Yeah, you're only, I mean, people have different situations, but, you know, a lot of times the biggest obstacles you have to overcome are just the ones in your own mind. Not saying that there aren't obstacles on the outside, because there are, and different people have different situations, but often the biggest obstacles are the ones in your mind that you agree with. Trina, have I ever come to Canada? Yeah, I have. I've been to Canada. Actually, I did one of my greatest spiritual retreats when I was in a really, really dark place in Toronto with Sri Sri Ravi Shankar of Art of Living. Going to Canada for that was really special. Yeah, cool. Exactly. Yeah, Janelle, your kids don't know how good they have it. And you can't tell them. You can't, like, it's not something that they can understand just by being told. It's like, you gotta go have the experience to really grok it, to really understand it in your bones of, like, wow, there are people who only have cold buckets of water to shower with. Like, wow, there are people who only eat chips as food. Like, there are people who, like, when I was in India and I was in the marketplace, I saw kids with no legs dragging themselves on these like little rickety kind of like a piece of wood with like little shitty wheels, and they would drag themselves across the ground and beg for money, for food. And then you see like American kids, you're complaining about what? You're complaining about what? You have legs, kid. You have an iPad with internet. You have a mom and dad who will buy you anything. Maybe they're divorced, but like, you have your needs met. Like, you don't go to bed hungry. You don't worry about the man with the machete outside. Like, so that's my little rant. Yeah, Donna, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go. I just have to figure out something for the dogs. But I'm thinking, I was talking to my pranayama teacher, Jenica, and she gave me a great suggestion that I should just find someone and offer them to live in my house for free in exchange for taking care of the dogs. Because what she said in her experience is that if you charge someone rent, then they won't take as good care of the place as if they stay for free. So I'm gonna, hey, stop it. So I'm gonna I'm gonna start seeking for someone who wants to stay at my house for free in exchange for taking care of the dogs. And the house might come with some really cute puppies. The puppies will probably be at maximum cuteness by then, which is also that's why I'm a little bit conflicted about going. Oh yeah, Sunny. The stories you heard in female prison were so sad. Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. I'm not saying that people in America have it easy. Like, hey, stop it. Like, they have their own hardships. Like, we have our own brand of hardships in the United States. But it's different from a third world country in extreme poverty. You know, it's like the moral of the story is, like, be grateful for your blessings, you know, and have the eyes to see them. So, Lynn, to answer your question, I think it was Lynn, or whoever asked the question about my favorite part about traveling, it's like, it changes your eyes. And that's something, that's a gift. Hey, stop. It's a gift you can't buy. That's not something you can buy or tell or just like transmit to someone. It's something that you gain through your experience, and then you come back changed. You come back with new appreciation. You come back with new gratitude. You come back with a new sense of who you are and what you have, and God willing, the ability to like stop pouting and start putting your blessings to use, you know? So, hi Russell, drinking coffee and smiling. Wait, drinking coffee. Drinking coffee, not drinking coffee and smiling. Alright, well we have filled 5 pots, because I already did the ruta. So now, I think I might leave these and come back tomorrow when it's a little bit brighter. I want to add some. I'm putting too much of the sand in this one. I don't want to use up my sand because I don't have that much. Sand is quite a commodity, you know? Space for it. Okay, guys. Oh, nice. ESOL teacher. Most of your people from Guatemala. That's great. Let me see if I can. That's a little better. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Lynn. The experience of travel can never be taken away from you. Hold it in your heart forever. In a world of commodities and cheap things that you can buy, it's something that is so precious. And it's beyond, there's no price tag. Oh, jeez. Alright, guys. Thank you so much. Cynthia, where's Stella? People always want to know where Stella. Stella is sleeping right there. Mama is right there. Bronco's scratching right there. Violet and the puppies are right there. Yeah. Okay. And the sun is setting. It's already set over the mountain. You can kind of see those beautiful clouds. Nice. So here, the Guatemala, Guatemala. Cool. Alright guys, love you all very much. Thanks for tuning in. And if you didn't get to see it, we had an awesome kirtan today. Sung some really beautiful songs and generated some really, wonderful energy together. So if you want to have a little background entertainment, put that on while you're cooking or something, you know, hopefully bring a smile to your heart. Patricia, I haven't done any cooking videos lately. Although I was saying today that I think my next book is going to be a kind of cookbook that's going to include cooking videos and recipes and my own journey to wellness and nourishment and feeling good from the inside. So, Lucy, am I planting? Yeah, I'm gonna be planting in these pots, but I think maybe I'll do some. But I think I want to just have my full attention. Also, it's getting dark, so. Okay, guys, thanks for being with me. I love y'all. May the forest be with you. Remember, the forest is on your side. Batman is on your side. Jesus is on your side. Charlie Chaplin is on your side. They want you to win. So, go do the thing. Go face your fears. Start learning an instrument. Start learning a language. Start learning something that maybe you've always been afraid of. Go for it. You deserve it. You can do it. And it's okay if you're bad. We gotta be bad before we get good. You better stop. Stop it. Hey, stop. I mean, you're gonna get the cone really doesn't work and he doesn't like it. All right. Oh, nice, Darby. Great. Good for you. Oh, I wish I could take a hot bath. You're winning. Okay, guys. I love you all very much, and I will see you soon. Have a good one.